Sheffield is home to one of the UK's largest student populations, with over 60,000 attending either Sheffield University or Sheffield Hallam. But with tuition fees around the country set to soar, I spoke to 3 Hallam students who had very different views on their time spent in higher education.
So I'm Matthew O'Boyle, I'm 22 years old and I'm doing mathematics. I've really enjoyed my time being at university, and I think coming to university isn't just about what you learn academically, it's about the contacts you make, the friends you make, and the experience you get for later in life. It's too expensive and it's a too long a period of your life to come just for a social front. You can build these contacts up in another way, but as an addition to the academic things you learn, I think that it's a good bonus. Because I don't think university suits everybody. Not everybody needs to get a degree to go into the line of work they want to. Not everybody would suit the lifestyle, etc, etc. But for the people that are along them lines, yes, I think it's a good experience.
Max Brown, 22, Energy Engineering for Sustainability. I'd say I've got a fair amount out of it. As a whole, I'd say it's definitely worth the money. It's worth the time. It's an experience that you should have. Going to university, you meet a whole new people, do so many more things that I never would have done otherwise, and of course, learn some stuff. I'd have to say as a whole it's worth it. For the social aspect, yeah, it's great fun. You meet so many people and it's brilliant, but it's not really worth paying an extra couple of grand in tuition fees just to meet some people and get drunk. Could have been better, I'd say. There could have been more guidance, a better pointing in direction, but it's sort of okay. But it definitely could do with some improvement, I'd say.
Colin Cowkes, 21, Performance for Stage and Screen. Socially fantastic. Academically, not as great as I expected it to be fair. Like, the amount of work, especially in the first and second years, I'm just finishing up my second, it's not as much as I expected it to be. You learn how to handle yourself. Obviously, if you've never lived alone before or something like that, you learn how to keep yourself well as long as you're responsible. It eases you into a life where you're responsible for yourself, i.e., taking care of where you live, doing jobs that you wouldn't normally have to do, looking after your finances and stuff like that. That all becomes more important in your life after you leave your house.
I would definitely think about it a lot more. I wouldn't rule it out simply because of it being more expensive, but it would definitely make me consider more whether it was the right route for me.
Well, it's hard to tell whether it's worth the money until you sort of come out of university and you land yourself a job. If you find that, like a lot of people are at the minute, when they come out and they're not getting a job, then maybe it's not worth it. Maybe you're better off looking at other things, apprenticeships, things like that, or just going straight into work, because a lot of people are coming out and going, well, have you got any experience in anything? You said, well, I've studied at university, but that's not enough, because by the time that you've been in university for 3 years, someone has left sixth form and gone straight into what they were doing, and they've got that experience and they've already built up to a level where they're earning that salary and they've got the experience. And that's starting to look better than a degree.
Ooh, that's a whole nother kettle of fish. With it being 9 grand, that's a lot more of an investment for something that I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do. What with this crazy recession, I have no idea if I'm going to be able to get a job in my field. I don't know. I'm not sure I would with the 9 grand.